Hello! Welcome to iLarry, and I'm back. Shh! Quiet! You know where I am? I am in heaven now, and I am listening, eavesdropping on the conversation between Saint Peter and a young couple. Because you know what happened? There was a young couple who was about to get married. The wedding is, I think, 3 days, In 3 days, they will get married in the church. And they met a fatal accident. So both of them died and went straight up to heaven. Anyway, they're very good guys. And so they were angry. And they were telling Peter, "Come on, St. Peter, what did you do? You destroyed our joys of being married 3 days from now. Now we're here in heaven, so what are we gonna do?" Well, St. Peter, we demand that we be married right here in heaven. St. Peter thought for a while and he said, well, I don't think that is possible. He said, why? Because, in order to get married here in heaven, you've got to have a priest. Well, get a priest. Probably there are many priests here in heaven. And St. Peter said, well, I'm sorry to say, there is no priest in heaven. And then after a while, a priest came around. I don't know his name. And they got married. All right, so they're happy. After a while, they're already quarreling. Trouble. It seems that they're not compatible after all. And so they went back to Peter and said, "Hey, St. Peter, we want a divorce." And St. Peter said, "Oh, I'm sorry to say, but you will never get a divorce here in heaven." And the couple said, "Why?" And St. Peter said, because in order to have a divorce, you ought to have a lawyer. And no lawyer can ever enter heaven. I'm just kidding. Of course, we've got a lot of good lawyers in heaven, and they can enter heaven if they want. But you see, my dear friends, now you understand why there is a biblical saying that what God has joined together, no man can separate. Why? Because all marriages are made in heaven. Do you believe that? All marriages are made in heaven. And so it is between the couple and God. And therefore, since God joined them together, no man can ever separate that bond between them. We call it actually destiny. Many people would say, "Oh, they're compatible. They'll be a good couple. Oh, they complement each other." I don't think it's really much of compatibility, because when you say compatible, well, I always think about computers. And when you say complementary, I think about tickets for a concert. So I think it's more of completeness, isn't it? That this woman will never be complete without the husband, and the husband will never be complete without the wife, this woman. I think it's more of completeness, isn't it? Not so much of complementary, not so much of compatibility, but it's completeness. So you really can't separate the two. Because once they're together, then they're complete. So when you separate them through a divorce, then they will forever be incomplete. They can try some others, but probably the other may be compatible, probably the other may be complementary, but it would never complete the person, because the marriage was really made in heaven. It is destiny, and God puts it. In fact, the Bible says, I remember, even before we were born, God already knows who we are, what we are, and what we will be, and including who our partners will be. Now, of course, this is a hard saying. Not every one of you will take this sitting down, especially those who have experienced troubles in married life, especially those who are already de facto separated or divorced. Probably you won't agree with me, but I'm telling you, marriages are really made in heaven. And that's the reason why nobody here on earth, nobody can separate them. Well, temporarily, if there's trouble, there is a law that tells us that they can live separately just to avoid violence, and deeper troubles that may happen. But actually, we don't allow divorce. Why? Because it will really destroy the whole idea of completeness. And that completeness become even more complete when they got children, when they start having children. So, well, this is just a thought from iLarry, but I think you always have to give it a thought so that before you get into this business called marriage, into this lifelong commitment, you will think hard. Marriages are made in heaven, and it's God who does the weddings, not the priest, not the lawyers, because sometimes some of them are not there in heaven to assist. Thank you very much. And for those who would like to comment, well, just put it down there. And please subscribe and share it with others, these thoughts that I'm sharing with you. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time in iLarry. Oh, by the way, Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. And we've got episodes for Christmas. Watch out for those. Okay? Thank you. See you next time. iLarry.